Gentlemen, what are you doing here? Look at this. Want to sit here or over here? I think we sit where the shining light is.
I think that's the spot.
Found it.
Found it? All right. It's nice, right?
Where are the women? Not really my kind of place, man. I'll dirty up these white tablecloths in like 5 minutes. I didn't know there was like a dress code either. I mean, I figured if you rent the place out, you can wear whatever you want. The guy over there asked me if I had a button-down shirt. I said, no, not at all. But as long as I can get away with wearing, T-shirts.
That's success. When you can wear T-shirts at any time.
Yeah,
I think you've made it.
Thank you.
What's your bold of the day?
What's your favorite
What the hell
story?
is this?
Thank you. Thanks.
I think you're the only one that got asparagus. Did you ask for it?
This makes it burn when you pee, right?
Yep.
Find out.
Asparagus does?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I didn't get any.
How are you feeling nowadays? Stuff's picking up for you pretty good,
Yeah,
huh?
it's pretty good, man. Things are happening pretty fast, but
First surreal, just standing in the ring with Cena on Raw.
yeah.
Spending so much time watching Cena on Raw.
Yeah, the best part is my kid's such a big John Cena fan.
That
so-
was the best video.
Yeah, my wife filmed his reaction, like when I came out in front
your
Cena.
kid's a Cena fan.
Yeah, the video is like viral now too of his reaction.
Which side did he take?
I think he was down the middle. He's not sure yet. Yeah,
My favorite part.
Beating up John Cena, Daddy.
he has he has the John Cena like wrestle buddy too that screams when you hit him. So the other day he had left it in my room and I just started punching it so that the wrestle buddy makes sound. He came running. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Just practicing."
You have your kid in the front row when you're going to get Cena.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe not.
One day you'll understand why I have to do this, son. I'm sorry.
But I'm not. I think I made it the first time with CCW, right? Is that when I first
Yeah,
time?
I think so. You had long hair.
Oh, those were the days.
Long flowing locks?
Long, thin hair that was barely hanging on by a thread. What did you guys drive, like 10 hours?
No, just drive 8. Yeah.
To Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Montreal to Philly?
Yeah.
Which is crazy, too, like, think back, like, drive 8 hours for, what was it, like, 20, 30 bucks?
Yeah, maybe a little more, but we weren't making any money. And there was
Yeah,
like
we're
5
here
of us in the car.
Five cameras having dinner for the WWE Network.
Yeah, with an empty restaurant.
Yeah.
Right? We can afford.
You gotta get paid to eat now.
Come on. Yeah.
Just don't have enough money to eat.
Remember when it was like...
I'm pretty good, too. It ain't dry ramen noodles.
Been speaking, okay, would you guys have, like, hot dogs or concessions that we can, like...
Remember the CZW cookies?
Oh, yeah!
You worked there a bunch.
Well, the stale pretzels at the end of the show.
Yes.
I'd stayed away from those.
Load up about 20 of those.
Yeah.
The fans would bring us cookies all the time.
They had cookies, but I was never sure if they would be laced with something.
Yeah. But I took a gamble anyway. I would just go for them. Chocolate chip. Why not?
It's crazy.
It wasn't cheap. But then I realized you could make a lot more money taking a lot more physical abuse. And then it becomes like a bargaining tool. I'm like, okay, well, if we do barbed wire, you're gonna pay me X amount. If we do barbed wire and glass, X amount. But for X amount, I'll do barbed wire, glass, and fire. And then you use your own body as a bargaining chip.
Wait, he had long blonde hair too.
Did you? Oh, I think I've seen footage of you with
Long
that.
blonde hair,
very long
handsome
hair.
baby face.
Yeah.
Swing around.
Trunks. Him in trunks was awesome. Blue or purple, right?
I had a bunch of different colors.
Yeah.
Well, when you first start out, you just try to look like a wrestler because you don't know any better. So you just grow your hair out and you get a pair of trunks and you're just like, yeah, this is like what wrestlers look like. And then somewhere along the line, I cut my hair and I looked at myself in the mirror and I went, why have I been living in real life with a ponytail? Like some kind of jackass for like years now. And I was like, I'll never have long hair again.
Was that when you went to Puerto Rico? Or was that before or after?
Oh, I had long hair in Puerto Rico. That was a great time.
How long were you there for?
About a year. Yeah, I had a call from Bushwhacker Luke one day, randomly out of the blue. I was like, mate, you want to come down to the island? And I was like, hell yeah. Because I was just making like $5, no money, whatever, just get my feet wet. And it was like a full-time job. So I just flew down there, had no idea what to expect, and it was awesome. I learned so much of like what I do today and who I am today. Like I learned down there because I was so stupid. I had no idea what I was doing. I just kind of knew how to wrestle a little bit. But down there, you could do the coolest, fancy wrestling spot in the world, and people will sit on their hands. They don't care. But if you walk up to a guy and just say, punch a guy in the face and say, "Screw you!" They go bananas. They want just meanness and violence and viciousness and going up against the Puerto Rican heroes. And it's a sweaty, hot building filled with 2,000 people, and these people throwing batteries at you and throwing ice at you, and they want to jump over the rails and get at you. And it's such an intense situation that it brings it out in you. It makes you so aggressive. And
well, especially if they throw stuff at you.
Oh yeah, it was the best. We do like. That's so great though. It's so beautiful. So we do the baseball stadiums, and they'd have to put tarp up over like the pitcher's thing or whatever we come out of because people would be pouring cups of piss on us.
Oh,
yeah, it was great.
Well, that sounds like a great time. Yeah.
I got in trouble at Ring of Honor when I threw stuff back at the fans. We started chucking like same thing, just like any trash they could find, they threw it in the ring. I proceeded to, of course, you get really hot. I just chucked it all back.
Well, if you're gonna throw something,
Yeah. I got an empty pitcher of beer thrown in my face once while I was on the apron. I was waiting for a tag. Hit me right in the nose here. So I dove off the apron onto the culprit.
Was it in London? We walk out, there's SmackDown. Here's me and Tyson against Cena and Bryan, and like there's 7 people in the ring. And it's kind of like, what do you do? Because you can't do anything because they'll sue you.
Dude jumps in the ring, and you can't do anything to him. What if you'd have just grabbed a chair and came in the ring and swung it at him, you know what I mean? He gets what he deserves. It's society of cowards.
You told me so it was like one of the reasons why you signed when you talked to Owen and told him he had to like move.
Well, because for years he would ask me how come I'm not wrestling in WWE or wrestling John Cena. So I said, well, if I sign with WWE, we got to move to Florida, but I'll probably wrestle John Cena one day. Oh, okay. There we are.
That was crazy too because I felt like that we had that conversation, what was it, like not even a year ago?
Yeah.
And then like signed NXT and here.
Yeah, it all went pretty fast.
Record time.
Yeah.
But it just shows like, it's kind of one of those like you never know how long and it's just like, it happens. And then it's like super fast. It was the same with like, I was with you in the developmental for like a year.
Oh, it's totally, totally different thing.
But back then it was completely different. But like you were there for a while, and then all of a sudden it's like Shield just takes off and like it's like, all right, here you go, ready, run, like.
Yeah, once you jump on the train, man, it don't stop.
Yeah.
But it just sometimes takes you a long time to get on the train all together. It's cool though now. NXT is like its own thing.
Yeah, it's going really well. I came in at a very good time.
Yeah,
it's like Ring of Honor.
It wasn't like you were on there treated like. Wasn't like, oh, this new young rookie. Is it like it was just like a new heel coming into the territory,
It is a territory.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like Taz coming in like '96 when they did like the mini ECW invasion for a minute.
Yep.
Just like this invaders from another territory.
Yeah, because it was like non-affiliated but affiliated. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was very refreshing.
Yeah, it was
we
cool
dream about doing stuff like that because when it was just FCW, we'd be like, because we had such a good roster back then. It was me, Seth. Claudio, like pretty much everybody,
Roman,
Wyatt, Roman, everybody that's here now,
Yeah.
And we're like, we had Dusty going, give me 2 hours on TBS with this crew, we'll take Raw down.
And he was right.
And, so we're like, man.
Well, but then it was too like it was like filmed in like the little warehouse. It was under the radar, and if you came from the Indies, it was kind of like frowned upon. Oh, it was like ridiculous. It was like
such a chip on our shoulders because we were having such great shows and getting couldn't see it anywhere.
When I signed, it was you and Rollins did like the 3 matches. Like they had like the little feud, and they started catching fire. And the only way you can watch it is like if you find it on YouTube. It was like somebody grainily uploaded it. You know what I mean? And then it was like 1, maybe 2 camera angles if you're lucky. You know what I mean? So like it was almost like underground. And now it's like.
I wouldn't have had it any other way, though, because it gave us, like, that attitude. Unless you were one of the lucky 15 people in Stark, Florida on a Friday night, however. Every freaking
remember Street Team?
Oh, yeah.
I hear about Street Team all the time.
Street Team, so the first day I got there, like, first weekend, from 12 o'clock till, like, 7 o'clock at night, just, like, running, hanging posters, like,
I keep hearing stories about Street Team. Enzo getting hit by a car or something.
Oh my God!
Oh, somebody
was the worst. Your day off. Get up at 7 in the morning. a crew of 3 or 4 guys. You don't even pick the crew of guys you get to ride with, so, you know, you just spend a whole day in a car just driving around, postering, you know, like, that's stuff you do when you start out. Yeah. I used to do that when I was 16, but, like, I'm like, oh, I'm in WWE now. Didn't know I was going to be, like, putting up flyers on telephone poles. Sheamus is appearing in a show. There's this big poster with Sheamus just put up, like, mine and Tyler Breeze put up, like, 400 of them. Just all day, and I'm just looking at his face all day, and it's hot. And we're in Florida, and I'm just growing this hatred for Sheamus as I'm looking at his poster, just singing his song all day. By the end of it, I'm just like, I want to rip up every Sheamus poster, never want to see his face again.
I was traveling with Sami Zayn. We used to drive to the airport.
You were traveling with Sami Zayn?
I was.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just wanted to go on record and say
that. We were traveling.
You guys try the potatoes?
Potatoes, eh?
Isn't this great? Life, huh? Life.
They're glorious.
They're glorious. Look at this. This is so. Look at this pepper.
Howard's just very upset. We were supposed to be on the same flight back from LA, and he fell asleep at the gate and missed the flight. But I was with him. I fell asleep too, but I woke up, and I tried to wake him up. I was like, hey, we're boarding. And I started walking away from him, and he just stayed laying down, looking at me, walk away. So I figured, whatever, he'll get up when he gets up. I'm not waiting for him. I get on the flight, I put my thing up. I sit down, and I fall asleep, and I woke up as we were taking off. He wasn't there next to me. I called him on his phone. He's like, oh, yeah, I missed the flight. I fell asleep after you left. That's good stuff. He was mad at me because I didn't wake him up, but I did. He thought I was going to get a Pepsi with all my luggage. Yeah. Well, I took all my luggage to go get a Pepsi.
Going to CZW, we had the Midwest crew every month, where a car would start in Chicago, pick up a couple guys in Indy, come across to Cincinnati, pick me up, and then we go up to Philly from there. We drive overnight and get to the arena at like 9, 10 in the morning. And so we're on the turnpike. We had a guy named Scotty with us, never drives. It's me and Drake, we all know, and a couple other guys. Scotty Vortex never drives because for whatever reason, everybody else is tired. He wants to drive. He's driving. Some people fall asleep 6, 7 in the morning, and just wake up. We're on the side of the road. Like, and Scotty's just like, yeah, we ran out of gas, man. We're just like, we're in Pennsylvania, Dutch country. Like, it's the middle of guys. We don't have. Nobody's got AAA or money to do it. You know what I mean? So we just start walking. Me and Drake just start walking, and we get like near this exit, and we're like in middle of like Dutch country, Amish people. Dude comes up on a horse and buggy. Hey, the car broke down back there. We're like, yeah, we need some gas. He's like, I'll take you right up here. Me and Drake hop on the back of a legit horse and buggy. The morning of the CZW show, we're just on the back of a horse and buggy. Taking us up to the gas station. We fill up the gas. He takes us back, and we make it the rest of the way.
That's awesome.
Legit Amish guys saved our asses. That's why I will never.
So then you guys never let Scotty Vortex drive a car after?
Oh no, I won't let Bo Dallas.
Oh,
drive
hey,
it.
speaking of running out of gas, so Shield breaks up. First weekend, they're not on the road together. It used to, like it was me and Shield used to drive together. So then like Shield breaks up, can't drive together. So it's me and Rollins drive together, and him, Roman, and they recruited Bo Dallas, right? So we had a show in where was it? New Mexico, right? So the building is like out nowhere, out in the freaking desert, right? So, and we have a charter to catch now after the show. So everybody leaves. Rollins is really slow at dressing, so we wait. We're the last ones to leave, right? So we start driving, and there's this long street, just straight, and there's one red light. So we come approaching. There's like 2 cars like on the side, just stopped, and we're like. We stop. It's red. We look over. Those guys ran out of gas.
Yeah, we were pretty sad.
They all sit in there like this and like
from the building. Because now fans are coming out of the building.
Fans come out like zombies. Like
you're trying to get autographs for us, sitting there, ran out of gas like dorks.
Me and Seth, I just looked at Seth. I was like, I guess you were the architect, right?
Bo was not a good replacement architect.
Yeah. He got fired after 1 week on the road. Doesn't work anymore.
When we first started on the road too, we would all three stay in one room, trying to be as cheap as possible, because we're all used to just, scraping by. So we don't want to spend any extra money. We're all crammed in the same car. Get that town and country, throw you in there. We do like 3 people in a room, in like a 1-bed room. So we just alternate who gets the bed, and somebody will sleep on the couch, or if there's a chair. I always slept on the floor, but we just crammed 3 dudes, big giant dudes with all sweaty gear and stuff, in one hotel. And then like after a while, we started realizing, we're doing pretty well. We don't really have to keep doing this, you know what I mean? Like, then it was like a big revelation after like a year, why are we still cramming 3 people into one hotel room? We can probably, we can kind of doing okay enough we can afford our own rooms.
That's like when you're in the Indies, it's like people don't see that, the sacrifices to get here, and you know what I mean?
The worst day now isn't anything. The worst day now is still a glorious day.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny though, every other generation that came out, like an Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko, they worked together in Japan, Mexico, Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, the guys like that crossed paths, build their name on an international level, and then years and years later they all just filter out and end up here. And last time we were in Japan, we're sitting in front of the monitor. It was me and you, Sammy, Neville, and Seth. And I had one of those clairvoyant moments where I went, this is just like any indie locker room 5 years ago, but in Japan. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's the same thing with this year's Mania. You know what I mean? It's like the guys who are, like Rollins cashing in at the end of the night, it was insane. Just for hey, this is, the dude we've known for 10 years, and then
yeah, it's just normal now.
Yeah, and then the ladder match where it was Mox falls through a ladder. I'm like, well, I've seen him do that, you know what I mean? 7 years ago, and this seems like nothing with the freaking 10 stitches.
It ain't the first time he's done that to me.
Yeah, well, Harper powerbombed you.
In front of a lot more people. And the difference is we have a good medical team here. The doctors are on you, fixing you up instead of,
They stapled you right then and there, right?
Yeah, because they thought I was going to go back in. So they're just like, you have a giant gash on your head, we got to staple it. I'm like, I do? Okay, I don't feel it, but okay. And I'm like, right now? And then, okay, here they come. Getting the powerbomb through the ladder wasn't that bad. But when he's like, here come the staples, and I'm like, what's staples? That was so, but then they had to pull them out and put fresh ones in.
After?
Yeah, but then I got the anesthetic for that. But on the spot, I was like, man, I wish they would have filmed that.
That was a really surreal night
for me. Swearing and grabbing the doctor by his, what are you doing?
It was surreal for me that night, because this was my first WrestleMania as part of the company, seeing all you guys in it,
Well, that's just one of those, I've only been on the pre-show so far, but it just gives you, it makes you want more. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, well, I was on the pre-show. Screw that. It's always I'm never happy, but I mean that in a good way, never satisfied. Mm-hmm. And it's okay, we need this, now we want to do that. Always oh, what's your goal? I was I don't know, because my goal may change in a year. It's there's no other company to go to anymore. It's not hey, I'm not wrestling with this guy, and if I do, there's 3 other companies that call my name and offer me money. No, we'll make it work, because this is what we do and what we love. And I feel as a team, and especially as you said, our generation, this generation that came up, and we all are here now, cream of the crop, we can take this to new limits. You know what I mean? Every time there's a live event, and we're well, we're doing good, but we are 80% sold. I'm no, I want this to be sold out. And I know with the crew that we have now, we can sell out any live event, anywhere we go to, and have from the first match to the last match, just rock the house. You know what I mean? And that's kind of
ain't nobody lazy.
No.
Of our, and there's that competition thing.
Well,
where yeah, I want to have a bet. If I'm going on right before intermission, and I'm closing out the first half, and Cena's the main event, I want to outdo him every single night. You're not going to take any nights off.
It's the same thing.
Every night you're going to do new stuff and different stuff.
We can still all sit here and have dinner. You know, it's not like, oh, I freaking hate him. Like,
Better for everybody. Ain't nobody on our group. Ain't nobody, you know. Take it easy tonight, brother. Just listen to me out there. Walk and talk, little Tennessee two-step. Waltz across Texas, slip on a banana peel, and we'll go home.
Well, for me, I mean, the way I started things, I just want to, like, for now, all I want is to keep things going that way, you know? Because I kind of started...
You had a really good start.
So, just want to keep things relevant.
If I'm not happy with a match, I will not be happy again until...
You had a good one.
Until, like if I have a bad match on a Friday, or what I feel just wasn't good, I won't be I will be miserable and just be in the car like... until I rectify it the next night. Then everything's good again.
Yeah,
and then,
well, it's always like...
you know, we all have that where we hate that feeling of having a...
You're only as good as your last match, right?
Half the time I end up just being like... I don't necessarily find... Maybe sometimes find that it's kind of my duty to just, like, entertain the people in the locker room as well. It becomes like Macho Man Saturday or whatever. And it's imperceptible to the audience, you know, but I'm just doing as many Macho Man moves in the match as I can, so the people in the locker room are, like, counting or just doing the stupidest stuff every single night, just, like, partially to kind of keep the morale up and entertain the boys and stuff, too. But, like, you have to be really good to be able to pull that off and, like, not look like a dork out there, you know what I mean? So.
And the thing, too, with us is, like, the way we came up, I feel you're here for your passion.
Yeah.
And this is our art form that we want to present, and this is our, like...
We did this for no money for so long.
Yeah,
so
and now it's like, it's kind of...
I do it because it's fun.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
it. You know, the majority of the reward, I think, for me is just like the Willie Nelson philosophy. The reward is you get to play music with your friends every night and be on the road. And whether there's 20 people in the audience or 1,000, or if anybody plays your music on the radio, or if they record execs like you or not, it doesn't matter. You just do your thing every night and have fun and, you know, live for yourself.
And you have dinner with your friends afterwards, right?
And, yeah.
Candlelit dinner, no less.
Candlelight dinner, right? I think we're getting coffee after this, too.